What advice would you give to somebody who wants to make a friend in Japan?
Well, I've noticed that there's a time and a place for everything in Japan. And you can't just
What's up, my friend? This is Take from Japan. Today, I interview strangers in the street for where do you need to go to make a friends in Japan. When you're alone in foreign countries as a tourist, you might miss somebody to chat with. Especially in Japan, no English spoken country. So let's get advices where you should go in Japan. On this channel, I interview Japanese and people from overseas for various topics like making friends, discrimination, or any cultural differences. This channel is best for you if you're interested in Japan, even if it's a tiny interest. You can also learn Japanese through my contents. So if you don't subscribe yet, please hit the subscribe button below. So let's get started. Thank you for your time. Can I have your name and where are you from?
I'm Doug and I'm from Texas.
Are you traveling here or living here?
I'm actually living here. I've been here for 4 years now.
4 years. Which part in Japan do you live?
You probably wouldn't know Inadazutsumi, would you?
I've never heard of that, but
like past Chofu, maybe 2 stations. It's kind of like down the KO line.
while you're staying in 4 years, I think you have some friends. Yeah, Japanese and foreigners. Okay, let's focus on Japanese friend. Where would you go to make a Japanese friends at first?
Yeah, so I think probably definitely the izakayas. Pretty much any izakaya after a few drinks.
Okay.
And it helps to learn at least a little bit of Japanese,
Uh-huh.
like just the basics. Osusume,
Osusume.
like what do you recommend? Or I think like Japanese people know simple things like hobby. So just like the ice-breaking questions. And then after that, once you start talking, it's much easier.
This is the end of the interview.
Oh.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. And can I have your name and where are you from?
Yeah, I'm Julia from Switzerland.
And I'm Marco from Switzerland as well.
Where would you go to make friends?
Kind of hard, as I mentioned before. I find it quite hard, but probably first up in izakaya. I mean, when you drink something, it's a bit more relaxed, so I think that's the easiest place. Or if there's like an event, like I heard there's some events to meet like Japanese people, or that also want to learn English to exchange. I think those 2 areas.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, I would actually say the same also, like in izakaya, like bars in general. So that's probably the easiest or best way to like find friends.
Thank you so much. Take your time. Thank you for your time.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Can I have your name and where are you from?
My name's Anthony, and watashi tachi wa America do Miami shushin de.
Oh,
I'm from Miami.
okay. You speak Japanese.
No, I'm trying.
That's good.
By no means Japanese.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Are you traveling here or living here?
I'm traveling here from Miami. I'm in Japan 37 days.
Okay.
Yeah, and today marks the halfway point. So I have 2.5 more weeks.
Right.
Loving it.
Oh, you loving it so far?
Loving it. I told my mom I want to move here already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I love the culture. And I love how clean it is and how decent the people are and how disciplined everyone is. It's a very different world from Miami.
Okay.
Miami has its benefits from being loose,
Oh, yeah.
but it's way better
Okay.
here. The culture, for sure. I love it here.
Right. Do you have friends, foreign friends in Japan?
Yes, actually, I met with him yesterday. His name is Alan. I met him when I lived in New York City for 6 months. I met him in the end of 2019. And when I moved back to Miami, he moved to Japan to marry a woman he met here. But he's Puerto Rican from New York, and he knows Japanese really well. And we hung out last night.
Okay.
And we got home at 7 in the morning. So that's why I look like this.
You fortunately have a friend in Japan.
Fortunately, yes.
Fortunately, yeah. But someone who doesn't, right? What advice would you give to somebody who wants to make a friend in Japan?
Well, I've noticed that there's a time and a place for everything in Japan. And you can't just be on the train and make a friend, because that's not where people are open to making friends.
Okay.
Japanese people, the same person is very different on the train as they are at the bar.
Yeah.
So you have to go places where people are open to making new friends. And that would be at a bar or in a social setting or in a place where people talk. In Miami, for a contrast, you can make a friend anywhere at any point. You can approach someone anywhere. You know, and not everyone's open to it, but here in Japan, I would suggest if you wanted to make a friend, go to a place where people are also looking to make friends. If you're a foreigner, go to a bar that has foreigners, because Japanese people know to come to foreign bars to meet foreigners.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? I would suggest that you don't go to a Japanese bar.
Like
Izakaya, like traditional Japanese bar, not knowing Japanese, trying to make a friend. Because that's not what they want to do, right? If they're at an izakaya, they want to, you know, speak Japanese, eat Japanese, nothing out of context. But if they're at a foreign bar, they're looking to make friends with foreigners, maybe practice English, maybe meet somebody, maybe that. But there's a time and a place for everything. I've noticed that in 3 weeks of being here.
I think it's a really good information for viewers.
I think so too, because out of experience, I have seen this. So I'm single and I like women and I like talking to women. But I notice, you know, when I'm walking on the street in Miami, if you see someone that's attractive, you know, you say, hey, my name is Anthony. I find you attractive, or whatever it is. And you see if they're in the mood to talk or not. But here, you know, it's just not the time and place to approach somebody is on the street. It's way easier at a bar. And like I said, the same person on the train is not the same person at the bar. At the bar, they're open and receptive to things. On the train or on the street or when they're working, you know, if you see someone at a store that's attractive, they're working.
Right.
Like, this is not the place to do it. I come from a very different place where if you see something you like, you go and talk to, someone you like, you go and talk to them, and it's more respectful here, you know, because you know, it's not always that you're open to a conversation, you know. So it's interesting, but there's a time and place for everything, and there's something for everyone. If you want something very specific, you can find it.
All right, thank you. So this is the end of the interview.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, my friend. Yes.
ありがとうございます。
Arigatou gozaimasu. Oyasumi nasai. Have good sleep, because I need it.
Okay. Right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it. Even if you don't like it, please like it. Interviewees gave us some advices, but their opinions have something in common. Did you notice it? That is alcohol. Japanese are very close and shy, people say, but once they drink, they are ready to be a friend of yours. Before wrapping up, here's one thing. Alcohol is the kind of key to make friends in Japan. That is true, but you need to go English bar, foreign bar, not traditional Japanese bar, izakaya. Mostly people in izakaya don't want foreign friends. If they do, in bottom of their hearts, but it's not the right place to be friend. As of interviewees and I said before, try English foreign bar. Alright, I'm wrapping up today. I keep interviewing strangers for various topics, so if you have any questions you want to hear, please leave a comment below. See you next video. Cheers!